Good old JR, gathering media news so you can look smarter. And do you ever say thank you? I doubt it.
And you people, you're all astronauts on some kind of Star Trek.
Media News, Episode 92, The Monks of Key.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time once again for... Take a chair.
It's time for media news. And where does media news come from?
What? I know.
Where?
Alternate reality. Located at the intersection of 111th and Kensington, beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate reality, where all new comics are 15% off.
All of them.
Every day for everyone, including every single Superman comic that I have that comes in every week.
I smell a segue.
And our first story in this all comic book media news
Smells like kryptonite.
Yeah, and poo.
concerns the Man of Steel and the Discoverer of America.
Sort of. When Chris Columbus sailed the ocean blue
Blue,
in
yes.
1492.
1492.
Here's the deal, Comic Book Man. And I
Yes.
guess this is sort of rumor, but maybe not. I guess this has an element of truth.
This is a very strong rumor,
It is a
which
very
I think they're going to keep a rumor until San Diego, when they will
A mere 2 weeks away. A mere 2 weeks
it
away.
all over us.
David Goyer's script for the Superman reboot that Christopher Nolan is producing possibly has a director who's been offered the job by Warner Brothers, and that's Chris Columbus.
Chris Columbus,
Not the guy who discovered America. No.
the guy who did the first two Harry Potters.
The first two Harry Potter films. He did the first couple Home Alone films.
many other things.
Many
too.
other things.
Many
He
things,
had-
too.
Superman does
Writing and
Yeah.
writing and directing.
Superman will do this. It's a good choice. I mean, he's got blockbuster status.
If that's him.
If it's him, he will bring the knowledge of directing gigantic, expensive, budgeted films.
Bloated,
What he won't
hyperbolic films.
exactly. So he knows how to spin those plates, as
Yes,
you like to say.
keeps the plate spinning.
What he will not bring, unfortunately, is any sort of discernible style from anybody else. Now, I don't mean that. Okay, that's going to sound really cynical, but at the same time, he is a workman-like director. In other words, he will get you what you want, but he won't bring you anything that will stand out.
You know what he'll get you? He'll get you the taste of Bryan Singer's film out of your mouth.
I hope so.
which is what,
Yeah,
which in and of itself would be a wonderful thing.
Chris Columbus will probably know enough not to use the Donner
Anything.
film.
Well,
Use the Donner
anything from
film
that last
to genuflect at it and copy liberally.
Yeah.
If anything, bring the theme song, and that's about it.
But one of the problems with Columbus is I don't think he's going to sit there and overthink the character. I don't think he's going to sit there and go, I have to do the Kryptonian
Right.
film,
Superman
featuring the version of Superman, which will transcend the generation. No, I think he's going to crank out a piece of entertainment, which isn't a bad thing.
It isn't a bad thing, but we don't want this to swing to the entire other end of the spectrum and go from Superman as God in Singer's film to Superman as raw,
Paperboy.
stupid paperboy action hero.
I would be very happy if it came out somewhere around the
middle.
level of one of the Spider-Man films.
Heck yeah.
If it came
Heck
out as
yeah.
one of those, which can be taken just as entertainment,
So it's
and
too much
they
to
are
ask,
damn
it's as good as
entertaining.
Batman, huh?
Well, yeah. Let's make it as good as Batman.
Well, Batman's on a whole nother level.
Yes, it is.
Batman from the Spider-Man films, not the just the Spider-Man films, but in the Batman films, he is trying to do something which much more gravitas and something of much more complexity with the character than anybody ever thought anyone would try in films 5-6 years ago, especially coming off the Tim Burton stuff.
If it's as good as Spider-Man 2, I would be a happy camper.
Yeah.
Side note to this story, David Goyer, who wrote the script for the Superman film, who also wrote the scripts for the Batman films for Chris Nolan, wanted to direct the Superman films. Problem there is, he's an untried commodity. He's never directed a film before. Warner's is a little hesitant to give a huge multi-million-dollar production to an untried director. So that's why Chris Columbus has been offered it.
Which Chris Columbus is not.
Yeah, let's go
Chris
for it.
Columbus is not.
All right.
Okay, next up, rest of this show is going to be Marvel news.
It's all Marvel.
Next up is the Avengers. There has been a cast change in the Avengers.
Yes.
And I'm wondering who pulled the plug on this. I mean, I don't see it being Joss Whedon, although I'm sure his input was sought out after and put into this decision. But
Well,
I have a feeling it had more to do with the suits and the money changers.
It has. Marvel Entertainment has made no bones about the fact that the Avengers is going to be their most expensive project. Meaning that we've got effects, we've got a ton of characters in this thing. We've got Robert Downey Jr. to pay for. We almost had Edward Norton to pay for.
Almost.
But hence the story.
What happened?
It looks like Edward Norton has been squeezed out of the project. Marvel Entertainment is not talking as to the reasons why, but the rumor mill has it it's for budgetary reasons.
Oh, I would assume it was for budgetary reasons, and it was also because he was such a pain in the ass on that last Hulk film,
He was a pain in the ass to the effect of he wanted the best possible Hulk film to be made.
which is fine. Did he get that?
Well, not so much. But here's
Well,
the
there you
thing.
go.
If you're going to brag about the fact that you're making the most expensive movie of your line so far, blow the bank and have Edward Norton be in the film. Why do you want to recast third time in the third movie?
You know what would have made the last Hulk movie better? More Hulk.
That's an effect, though.
That's what I'm saying.
And that costs
Edward
money.
Norton, maybe don't need him as
So-
much.
Well, you know what this Avengers film is going to be? The opposite of the first run of the Star Trek films, where all the money went to the cast,
Yeah.
and the budgets got cheaper and cheaper and
Right.
thinner
All
and
the money
thinner
goes
as
to the
time went on,
effects.
because all the money was in the cast. This is going to be the opposite. None of the money in the cast, everything into the effects.
My idea is, if you're going to brag that you're spending all this money, go ahead and spend it and just blow the bank, man. You're going to have everybody in it, but, whatever. It's going to be recast with an unknown. So maybe it'll be more Hulk than David Bruce
I'll be
Banner.
honest with you. Recasting Bruce Banner as an unknown doesn't bother me at all. I think Ed Norton did a fine job as Bruce Banner in the movie. It's not something that I'm going to gnash my teeth over late
No.
at night, though.
No, but it just seems like an odd choice.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay.
Speaking of cheap, odd choices,
Yeah.
the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah,
The Spider-Man reboot.
we've been talking about this reboot where Raimi got dumped. They're going to
Yeah.
restart the whole franchise, and they're going to hire a younger actor, and it's going to be in high school.
It's going to be set in high school.
So
high school!
Yeah, so they hired Andrew, whatever his name is, last week, which
Yes.
we reported on. And now Marvel has said that, Andrew is 27 years old, and
Yes,
it's going to
he
be
is.
kind of ridiculous for him to be in high school. So
No
now
shit.
we're going to change the setting to college, which begs the question, why are you rebooting the damn franchise in the first place?
If you're doing that, why not just make a continuation of the previous run?
It's ridiculous, and it smacks of a studio not really knowing what they're doing right now.
How old was Toby when he did the high school bit?
Oh, he was in his
probably
20s.
He was in his 20s.
Yeah, he was in his 20s.
So it's
He
the
played a
same.
high schooler, same
Yeah,
thing.
it's just an odd choice. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
we
the
got one more.
last story we got.
One more.
Story we got is Cyclops.
Yes.
Cyclops in the X-Men First Class.
There was a big story that broke this week that Aaron Johnson, who played the lead in Kick-Ass, was hired to play Cyclops.
Is it true?
It's not true.
Oh.
You heard it here first. It's not true. Nobody's been cast in that part yet. Kevin Bacon, however, is in talks to play the key villain in X-Men First Class.
Magneto?
They're not saying. Key villain is the only phrase they're using.
Well, it might not be Magneto. If they're smart, the key villain will be a new villain because they're writing Magneto the same way the Superman
Yes.
movies writes Luthor.
Exactly.
In this thing, it'd be nice to get someone else in there.
I agree. Let's have it be somebody else. Let's not always have to have Magneto. As in a Superman movie, it doesn't always have to be Luthor.
We've had this brain fart before. Who played Magneto in the first couple?
Ian McKellen.
That'd be quite a step down. Ian McKellen to Kevin
Kevin
Bacon.
Bacon. 6 degrees of Ian McKellen.
Gee, you think there's a change in the air for these movies?
Yeah, it's a cheap change.
But that's only if
Chump
he plays
change.
Magneto. That's only if he plays Magneto.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
it. We're
We're
done.
done.
We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more media news for this
None.
time. But you right out
You
there,
people,
you can
you
see
punks.
more media news that Bo sends me that I post up on the store's website and his reviews.
Mine.
And
Mine.
where do you see all that stuff at?
Sarah knows.
www.myalternatereality.com. Tell your friends.
So stop off at the store's website, check out all of his reviews and all of Bo's news. And until
I
next
want to say
time,
no.
this is Comic Book Man.
This is Comic Book Man, and this is good old JR.
And this is... Bye! The hero of the month this month at Alternate Reality is the Star-Spangled Avenger himself, Captain America. That's right, all my Captain America trades are 25% off all month long. Hardcovers, softcovers, masterworks, essentials, everything that's a Captain America trade paperback is 25% off all month long here at Alternate Reality.